There's no crouch mechanic, is there? Ooh. That was very dramatic. Why did the music suddenly get dramatic? Hi-ho Bigglesworth! Hello and welcome to Hi-ho Bigglesworth. My name's Timothy Babblehump and this is the Turing Test. So last time I solved some puzzles. And I found a weird puzzle that wasn't actually a puzzle. It was just basically you had to brute force your way through. I solved them. And that puzzle I brute forced, it did something. And then I got to this planetarium where I can press buttons and find stuff. I've just noticed while looking down then that there's another handprint thing here. But that does the same as the other one, fine. And this one does the same as well? Yeah, okay, fine. I thought it did something different, but it doesn't. And now we're back into it. Oh shit. Achievement unlocked, chapter 1. So I've completed chapter 1 of the game. Yeah, in the achievements there's 7 chapters. And there's 7 rows of 10 on the puzzle screen. So that means that each row of 10 is probably a chapter. Fair enough. So that's chapter 1 done. Oh. It would have been a nice ending to the last episode, but I didn't realise that it would be the end of a chapter. But now I do. I will know that it is different. Okay, why did I just fall? Okay, more of this shit. I'm guessing these things, that every time I go through here there's 3. So I'm thinking if I had 3 energy beams in there, each one of these would destroy one of them. Probably, to avoid me taking energy things between puzzles.
What condition should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
I didn't like the way he said accident then. Okay, how does... If I flip that switch... That opens that door. That's not the exit. Fine. Okay, let's flip this back. I thought that was the exit, and this was a ridiculously easy puzzle. So what's in here then? Oh, that. Okay, so this energy beam opens these 2 doors. Fine. And they just link together. Fine. Okay. If I change that, then I can go in here, and then I can pull out the energy beam. And now I'm trapped in here. I can't possibly get back to that room. But it's fine, because what I need to do is shoot that into there. And then find another energy ball beamy thing. Okay, this is exactly the same thing that I had to do twice. Just take that from there. Easy enough. and that was the puzzle. Okay, B12. So this is a counter of the puzzles. I'm on puzzle 12 now. They're technically 13,
Can we take a more direct
although
way to
it
the
wasn't a
ground
puzzle.
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
Okay, there's a little bit of lore there. There is also a base on Mars. Obviously, because they'd get a base on Mars before getting a base on Europa. Because it's much closer. Right, so I need to use this to move that... Oh, okay. Yeah, that thing over there is a magnet. I need to move it so that I can pick up this block. But as I've just noticed, that is where the magnet moves. So I need to put the box there. Why can't you just walk up the ladders like in most games? Right, so I need to pick it up and then drop it onto here. Fine. But, ooh, what am I doing? But has this got... Yeah, this is... No, it's not flickering. It's not like before. Yeah, before I had a green energy beam. My vision went fuzzy then. Was that because it's affecting my suit? Oh, or is it just because it's got like a weird beam around it? Yeah, the last magnet I saw had a green ball of energy in it, and it kept flickering on and off. So I think if there's a green ball of energy, it will just keep flickering on and off. Right, well, I need to put... I'll need to drop that on the other side, probably. What? Right, so, yeah. There we go. I just sort of just crashed that box straight through the glass. But it made its way up and around, so it's fine. Alright, so if I can't drop onto there. There's no crouch mechanic, is there? Ooh. That was very dramatic. Why did the music suddenly get dramatic? There we go. Apparently I'm very strong. Or that's a fairly weak magnet. Oh, fucking hell. Put it in the door. Why was that so challenging? It was harder than the puzzle itself, just putting it in the door.
What are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fairly obvious anyway. If they died here, then that would have been their whole lifetime. That wasn't the end of the puzzle. The puzzles are getting longer and more complex. Right, so I need to get 3 energy balls to there to open that door. And this what's this one powering? Is it the magnet? Looks like it. Right, so if I drop down here, there is a ladder to get back up. Yeah, I thought I was stuck then. So there's a cube in here in this weird green room. Weird pipes. Don't know what the pipes are about. So if we put that there, how do I get access to that room? If I just move the magnet. Oh, that doesn't move the magnet, that moves a bridge. Fine. I thought it was the magnet. So we take... Oh, we have to grab that into the gun. Fine. Right. Now we use the magnet to pick up the box. Where's the box? Oh. I need to put the energy beam into the magnet. Where's the hole? There we go. Aha. And now we move the bridge back again. And then we can put the magnet there. I can put the bridge under it. And then grab the cube. Got it. Haha. Let's put the cube in there, and then we'll grab both of the... Okay, that one was keeping the bridge active. There we go. Solved the puzzle. P14. Ho ho ho.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
Okay, that's just a little bit of explanation about what Tom can do. Yeah, why was it very dark in there then? I think it's just like, it gets weird when you're around the lights. Okay. So, what am I doing? That button opens the door. So, there's big, massive red buttons that you can use to open stuff. It's like a pressure plate thing. Okay, here's a cube. Can I not just put the cube on there? Yeah. Then what does the button do? Oh, this isn't the end of the puzzle. Why is it so dark there? This isn't the end of the puzzle, so there is more I can do. Because I think I need the energy beam that's in there. at some point. Okay, I need to get 2 energy things to there. Fine. So that means I do have to use the cube. If I take that and put it back in that door, then we'll take the cube and we'll put the cube on the button. That cube's surprisingly heavy. Okay, so we close that, and we close that, and then we go through here. And then if we shoot that into there and that into there, it looks like I can grab them through this window. Yeah. Okay, I was getting confused then. I was like, how the hell am I supposed to open the next door? But no, you can grab them through the window. There we go, puzzle solved. And we're on to puzzle 15. Haha.
How does the
I don't know how many
ISA know
puzzles.
you're going to make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael. The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth, running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
Okay, I wasn't quite listening there because I was starting to solve the puzzle. Something about he's got a firmware on. He's got something on Earth that his updates get tested first, so that they don't completely ruin everything. Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab that. Take this, drop it, and put that in there. And then we get this box out. And then if I change this, if I flip this switching McJig, I can grab that through the window. Yeah, when I was walking into this room, I started saying that, how many puzzles should I do per episode? But it's only been like 10 minutes, so I'm thinking I could just do 1 chapter per episode until they start getting harder. That's the way out, I think. That looks like a way out door. Looks more important than any other door around here. Right, so if I go in there, then we go up here. Okay, if I take that out, drop it, put this energy ball in there, then take my box through to the top. Yep, like that. Well, not quite like that. Like that, and then we can grab the energy ball from down there. Put it in there, and then this opens, and we can walk in and grab that one. Okay. If I grab the cube from there, drop down. Oh, I've just realised, yeah, I was just thinking as I was walking around, I've got energy beams, so why can't I open that? But this is a circle slot, you can't put the box in there. So I needed 2 of them. Aha. I didn't even notice that I was getting taught something new then. Bloof. 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 Another restricted area. Is this another one of those puzzles that are... puzzles? Well, let's do it. Okay. What the fuck's going on here? I have no idea what the fuck that shit is. Okay, so that was like a bridge. It would only work when that's in there. Okay. Wait a minute. Whenever I move, it deactivates, so I have to stand still. What the fuck, man? I've got to start. How'd you stand still? What happens if I move really slowly? Okay, if oh my god, if you walk really slowly, it doesn't activate it, or maybe it's just when you're not looking. No, you just gotta move. Oh my god, man. Okay, just move really slowly. As long as you constantly move slowly, it's fine. Ha ha ha! I made it. Haha. Another achievement. A polite conversation. Okay, there's a computer in here which I can use. Shall we have a polite conversation? May as well. Yeah. Not interested. Sure. Okay, I guess. Why would I want that? Sure. Yeah, sure. Come on. Okay, I think you're a robot. I'm not a robot, bitch! You're not making any sense. Prove it. You're a robot. No, I'm not. You're a robot, yeah. This Turing test isn't for you to see if I'm a robot, it's to see if you are. I'm human. I'm simply not convinced you are a human. I think you might be a robot. I get it, you think I'm a robot. You seem like a robot to me. Your responses seem predefined, and I simply do not care. Are you insane? Okay, your responses seem predefined. To me, your responses are predefined, suggesting you are a robot. Yeah, well, I've only got a choice of 4. Stop calling me a robot, I'm human. I have no response to that. I don't like you. Yes, definitely a robot. I am not a robot. You're definitely annoying. You're a very annoying robot. You have no evidence. Okay, you're a very annoying robot. You have failed the Turing test. You are a robot. I am not in control. Oh, I'm not in control, yeah. True. Yes, you are. What? I am a robot. Now you're getting it. I am controlled by my programming. I have no free will. I am controlled by my I have no free will. Whatever keys are pressed, it makes no difference. Yeah! And now I can't do anything. What the fuck, man? Ah! Whatever keys are pressed, I want to escape. Whatever keys are pressed, it makes no... What the fuck's going on here? Help, I can't escape. I want to break free. Please let me out. Get me out. I am a machine. I have no control. I must escape. Goodbye, robot. What the fuck was that? Can I do it again? No. Turn off after use. Well, I'm leaving it on, bitch. Right, that was quite fun. That was like a Turing test of sorts. Although I thought I was a robot, so obviously I failed it. Because maybe I am a robot. Who knows?
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
Okay, so he built himself when he got here. That seems a bit weird. Okay, so this is teaching me that this symbol means it needs no power to activate. It's a NOT gate. Yeah, because we've had on and gates and we've had OR gates. Now we've got NOT gates. Sector B17.
Have you heard of the Turing Test, Ava? It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing test, a human judge has 2 conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You're quite polite. Right, if I take that deactivates that bridge. And that door's open? I don't fucking know what's going on here. Okay, if I drop down here and then take the box out, put the box out. If I put that back in, then I can take the box and the energy beam through to the next area because I could carry the box up the ladder. Okay, so now we have box and energy beam, and they're probably both going to be needed for whatever comes next. This door is open. Why is this door... What does this do? That activates that bridge, okay. Okay, so if I put that in there... Why didn't you go in there? That activates half of a bridge. And that activates the rest of the bridge. What's down here? Fuck all. Fine. Why did that even exist? Oh, it's because there's a bridge, obviously. There we go, I've solved the puzzle. There's a lot of rooms that you can see with storage shit in them. I know most of it is storage, but why can you see them if they're not actually needed?
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese.
Okay. And I wasn't even listening. I was too busy being excited by the new thing I got taught. It's like timers. Yeah, so if you take that out, it's like a little battery timer, and you can carry on with whatever you need to do while the timer runs out.
In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses.
What's that weird
The person
symbol
on the other
now?
side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
Okay, so the conversation's supposed to carry on while you're solving the puzzles, because I could easily have finished this puzzle before the conversation ended and gone through to the next room, and it would have just been a flowing conversation. Yeah, but that symbol at the bottom is telling me that I can push the left stick to run, because I need to run. I need to grab that, put it in there, and then run. Ah, jump! Whew. You have to run across before the bridge ran out, because then I need to get through this door. Which involves that. And now I can test my theory as well. Well, I can't because I've only got one energy beam, but do these things destroy energy beams? Yeah, they do. Look, did you see my gun twitch then? Okay, this is the final puzzle in this chapter.
I may be a machinist, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
Was that a threat? Did he just say that he could kill me at any time? Right, I don't know what this beam is. Yeah, what I was going to say is that this is going to be the last puzzle of today's episode because it's the end of chapter 2. Hopefully they get harder, because we're only 3 episodes in and we're already like 2/7 of the way through the game. Yeah, I suppose it could be a short puzzle game, like Portal. The first Portal wasn't very long. I don't want to touch this fucking shit! Okay, so when something blocks that, it just turns off, fine. It doesn't electrocute you. Right, I couldn't grab the beam from there. I need to get one into there. That's just a little round slot. There's obviously no cube that's going to do that. This is a window into there. There's another window there. This is going to involve taking stuff through windows or something. Or just blocking the beams. There's a cube there. But if I drop down, let's just drop down. I'm not exactly trapped. Ooh. Okay, that holds that window open. Okay. I don't know what that beam does. Oh, right, I've got to get that beam to there. Okay, so I need 2 cubes then. Do I? I must need 2 cubes. I forgot to look through the window. There we go. You just grab that and then you put it... if I take the cube out of here and then put that one there, because then when I'm on the other side I could get through, I could grab that through the window. Aha. Okay, so both windows are open. The beams go in there and it's opening the door. As long as I'm not standing in front of it, obviously. And then we can grab that. Yeah, you gotta think ahead when you're solving puzzles. There we go. And now we're at the crew quarters. Ooh, are we gonna meet someone?
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
It looks abandoned. Doesn't mean it is. Maybe there's bodies in here. Okay, we can look into Dan's room. The Captain Dan. And we can see a picture of him. We can see a picture of him and his twin brother. Yeah, they're twins. One of them's dead. Which is quite sad, actually. Some barrels. Notice. I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? Yeah, the cameras are all over the place, watching you constantly. Maybe that's why they made the Turing Test, so that Tom can't get to them. Dr. Sarah Brook and Chris MacLeod. That's the captain's brother. Ooh, this one's actually open. Oh, is that his body? Oh. Because we care, you get to see trees. So there's that picture was in Captain Dan's room. Yeah. And there's a International Space Agency engineer, Chris MacLeod, certificate of service. It's quite sad, actually, because he's dead. This is a baseball bat. I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, it's like a cutting of a rock, like a crystal geode rock thing. Oh, do you have a fight? Me and Dan, 24. Why has that been ripped in half? Drilling report. That's a hockey puck. That's some drugs. Riluzole capsules, 50 mg. I don't know what Riluzole does. But he hasn't taken many of them, so maybe that was like painkillers for the accident. I don't know. Okay, ooh, we can also go into Dr. Sarah Brook's place. Yeah, he must have been in the bed, because that's all folded up nicely. Okay, 5.3 telomeres X. Science biology. Okay. She's religious. She's got a cross on beads. A cross and beads, yeah. Whatever it's called. A rosary. Is that a rosary? I don't know. I'm not very religious myself, so I don't fucking know. What's this? Riluzole. Okay, everyone's got Riluzole. What the fuck does Riluzole do? Doggy! Yeah, look at that doggy! That's a picture of some flowers. I can't turn on her TV. Ooh. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter. As you no longer reside in my mind, I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson. A lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life was his contributions to the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interests lay in these two disparate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world to be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion systems. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. It can be generally formalised as a one-line equation. That equation there. I am no mathematician. However, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse. However, also react with each other during this process. I'm sure this sounds strange to you, or at very least tangential to our lives here on Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how the leopard got its spots and how the zebra got its stripes. But my real interest here is Turing's interest. That nature can be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue being that behind that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine. I'm not sure that is Turing's opinion, however. Concerning consciousness, he states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and feel oneself thinking. One could then describe these feelings to the world, but of course no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. If the human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics and chemistry as every other thing in the world. Therefore, like all of nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that the nature would create, through the mechanics of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Conversely, I suppose, if we conclude that we are all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius, not our own. A humbling idea, I think, behaviourism. Maybe we're more similar than we think. Sarah. Okay, one thing I take from that, well, I took a lot from that, but right at the start of the letter, knowing you're always watching, I thought I'd write you a letter, as you are no longer reside in my mind. So, did Tom invade their mind? I thought it was the alien they found. But maybe it was Tom tricking them. I don't fucking know. Why can I examine each individual pencil? And why am I putting it back like an OCD person? Because we care and I feel the flowers. She's an exobiologist as well. Right, ooh, Rubik's Cube. Not quite finished though. Can I finish it? No, I can't. Fine. There's a watch. Does that say Molex? It's not a Rolex, it's a Molex. What's this now? Two Soichi U from Chris MacLeod. So what is it you found then, Soichi? Chris. We found an extremophile, i.e. an organism that can live in extreme conditions, that survives massive doses of radiation. Radiation damages DNA. The extremophile has a virus living inside it. The extremophile scavenges DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair the extremophile's damaged DNA. Essentially, they work together to survive in what's called a symbiotic relationship. So what's the implication? What does it do, Chris? In some ways, it's an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. This organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging, what is known as senescence. Okay, so you found something that could make humans immortal. Not exactly, there are many causes of death other than DNA damage. It would not save you from trauma, from brain damage, from cardiac arrest, etc. But it could potentially cure cancers and many genetic diseases and massively increase life expectancy. End of correspondence. Okay, so the alien DNA thing that they found can help people live forever, as long as they don't get injured. Right, so there's a violin and some violin stuff. There's a picture of Earth from probably the moon. There's an open notebook with nothing written in it. Motion sickness relief. You went on a journey to Europa and you get motion sickness. Yeah, so that's just generic tablets. There's more Riluzole here. Whatever the fuck they do. Okay, so she was engaged to him. Oh, I know, it's a man. Oh, I don't know. When it comes to Japanese names, I don't know what's male and female. So yeah, it's a man, and he's planning on getting engaged to his girlfriend when he gets home. Fine. I thought the that weird light thing there lit up then. It did. What? When I'm examining something, that turns blank. I don't know what that is. More stuff to read. To Matthew Layton from Soichi Yui. Organism 119. Hi Matthew, we've been studying Organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image which appears to show pilus formation. We hypothesize that this is a stress response due to high levels of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell line with Organism 119 and perform irradiation experiments with flow cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. Kind regards, Soichi, Europa field astrobiologist. Attachment. I don't know what that is. Well, obviously I know what it is, but I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, to Soichi. Hey Soichi, it was great to see this image. Wow, yet more complex life on Europa. Deinococcus radiodurans might be worth looking at, as it survives very high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at Sulfolobus acidoscaladarius. Sulfoblus adiacrepulus produces pili in response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism. Have you considered that Organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives 5.4 SV per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as a necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath Terra Macula is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with flow cytometry sound like an appropriate course of action. Okay, hi Matthew, we have attached an image confirming that Organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will proceed with irradiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming Organism 119 Europa radiophilus. What do you think, Soichi? Hi Matthew, we have now run the irradiation experiments and confirmed that E. radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached. We assume survival is due to DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and have found that DNA double-strand break repair is occurring. See attached GFP images. Okay. Hi Soichi. Something's amiss. We don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know how E. radiophilus, good name, could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism may be in a symbiotic relationship with E. radiophilus, perhaps a virus? We ran a PCR on the human cells exposed to E. radiophilus to see if there was a virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus which we have named Unknown Europa virus, UEV. Gel electrophoresis image attached. This is phenomenal. You need to sequence this. We've finished sequencing it. Data attached is a virus unlike any we have ever seen. Maybe we have found a cure for senescence, a form of biological immortality. We're running some long-term tests on plants and mice to see the effects. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We are going on to human testing. We are going to use ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate progress. Soichi. Yeah, just jump straight to human testing on yourselves and then you all die. Is he dead? Are people dead when their blankets haven't been folded up, or are they just messy? Who the fuck knows? I can't go in the wardrobe. Look, we can go in this room as well. This is going to take all fucking day. So this is Mikhail, the doctor. He's got some rilazole, whatever rilazole does. He's a painter. He likes painting purple shit. There's a tube of paint there. What was he painting? A doggy! Yay, doggy! Why can't I turn on any of the TVs? I thought there was a lighter then. I was going to say, how do you smoke in space? Dr. Mikhail, he's folded all his shit. A random syringe. Fucking first aid kit. Oh, he's got a damaged window projector. More syringe and stuff. What's this? This is a bottle, which it's got a label on it, but when I pick it up, the label vanishes. I don't know what it is. It's morphine. Ha! Maybe I'm taking the morphine. That's why the label vanishes when I look at it. Okay, so he painted this. Is it a self-portrait or is it a portrait of someone else? Who knows? I can't look at his other paintings though. It's unfortunate. What was that? There's a tablet here, some more reading. March 6th, 2249. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I am concerned. This was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge of heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I am reporting to ISA. March 7th, 2249. I reported the nauseous incident to the ISA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous system. That is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous systems would have done more than make the team feel ill. I'm going to experiment with some shock therapy. March 8th. I have discovered that electronic fields disrupt our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I have contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disrupt the implant. March 9th. The ISA have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. Some Russian phrase. I am continuing to investigate. March 11th. I've begun running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. March 16th. I have established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I used my opportunities in regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. More Russian. March 26th. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I am not sure if the implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it is trying to subdue my mind. I think I'm going to attempt an excision. I'm going to remove this implant. April 4th. I am typing with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I have successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I am a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. April 5th. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. April 6th. Dan informed me ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I am a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. I'm going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. April 7th. I have discovered the nature of the implant. It's a complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their strong aversion to helping me. I need a method of suppressing its impact. Perhaps a drug, riluzole. That's why they've all got riluzole. Maybe an antidepressant to minimise the conditioning effects. Combined with a strong electromagnetic field. I could use one of the industrial electromagnets from the construction robots. April 8th. I have managed to get Chris on my side. He has agreed to test some medical procedures with me in private. It will be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he will still be listening. Okay, so they've all got implants in there. Have I got an implant in my head? That would explain why it went fuzzy when I stood underneath the magnets. Like the screen went all fuzzy. Okay, so Tom is controlling people or something. Maybe. Is that the accident? Like, Mikhail tried to take out Chris's implant or do something with it, and then, like, Tom killed him by electrocuting his brain or something. Possibly. So that's the end of chapter 2. We're going to investigate this new revelation some more next time, and solve more puzzles, obviously. So I've been Timothy Babblehump. This has been the Turing Test. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. So I'm being controlled by Tom, or maybe I'm not. Maybe it's only the Europa Tom that's doing it. Maybe not my Tom from back up on the space station. I don't know.